Hello and welcome. Today we're looking at templates and some handy tips and techniques for hand piecing. If, like me, you love hand piecing blocks, templates are an excellent tool to use because they'll give you the same accurate finish with each block. Over the years, patchwork templates have been made from all sorts of hard surfaces. For example, they've been made from wood, or tin, or plastic, or greeting cards, anything that's a nice hard surface. And the way that they've been used has been remaining the same for many years, to draw around the template shape with a pencil onto fabric or paper. So when you're ruling up your templates and tracing them, I've got a really good few tips and techniques that will help you with your next project. First of all, when you're tracing your templates, use a good sharp pencil. The sharper the better, because then you're going to get an accurate result. And the secret to good template making is that when you draw around your shape, you draw accurately, and then when you cut out the template shape, you cut just inside the pencil line that you've ruled. And that way you're going back to the original shape that you've drawn, and you're not including the thickness of the pencil line. For example, here with this triangular template, if I draw around that onto the fabric, it's a good idea to take the pencil and pivot the pencil at each corner. And the reason I do that is that the corner of the fabric piece is the most important part when you're joining one piece to another and then joining those two pieces to other units in your patchwork block. So after I pivot, that's when I rule a line, and I tuck the pencil in as closely as I can to the edge of the template. To stop the template and the fabric from slipping, it's a good idea to trace around the template on the fabric on a sandpaper board. You can make your own sandpaper board by gluing some fine sandpaper to an unwanted old cork placemat, or you can buy them from any good patchwork store. And then as I draw more templates on the same piece of fabric, I'll leave a good ½ inch between them, because if I want to add a ½ inch seam allowance all around, I'm allowing plenty of space to do so. The other thing to remember when you're making your own templates is to remember a few little things. If I can just go back to these, it's important to mark each template piece with whatever letter or number that it has, and what that does, it shows you which is the right side up, and that's important if you've got a piece like this which is being used as template E and then template E reversed as well. It's also a good idea to mark the grain line, and if you've got templates of a similar shape as these are, it's good to indicate where the grain line should be as well. So by drawing around each template piece and then cutting it out with a ½ inch seam allowance, you're going to have your pieces ready for stitching together. If you want to add a seam allowance of a ½ inch, there's a couple of ways to do it. If you're hand piecing, you can simply cut out the pieces by eye, or if you're machine sewing or you want an accurate ½ inch seam, you can simply take a quilter's ruler, place the ½ inch line over the template line that you've already ruled, and just draw around that like that. And you can see there that there is a seam allowance marked. And then it's simply a matter of cutting them out and piecing them together. But it's good to use plastic templates like this one. These ones are really handy because they're thick enough and they're perspex and sturdy that you can use a rotary cutter and cut around them too. This bright pink 15-piece template set is now available from the Craft Lovers Mega Store. So take a look at these and other great craft products, including thread and batting, at the Mega Store today.